Hello, everyone. Welcome to Appalachian Radio Communications Channel. I'm Thomas, ham radio call sign KD4STT. I want to welcome you here this evening. I had some thoughts I wanted to share with my viewers. Uh, we're all thinking about community here, and on YouTube, there's a lot of channels that discuss community and the various uh, parts of community. And one that I'm thinking about right now is the necessity of community for mental support. We are in a very critical time in our history as a nation, even as a world civilization. A very critical time. And I just want to speak about that a little bit. First and foremost, I encourage anyone to have a relationship with a power that's above themselves or beyond themselves, because the things that we're facing, the hardships, and the things we're going through in general every day, whether it's financial crisis, whatever, we need support. And first off, that support comes from without us to begin with. We know that our source is not from just us. Even though we must look inside of us and we need to examine ourselves and try to better ourselves. But the only way that I've found personally to better myself is have a relationship with my Creator. And in my faith, my belief system, everybody has a different belief system, but the good news is I think that according to my scriptures that I read and I study, in the beginning, God had created the heavens and the earth, and then He decided to make a garden. And inside that garden, He put a tree in the middle of that garden. And why the middle? Why didn't He put it over on the left side, right side, east, west, north, whatever? Well, it said He put it in the middle. And from my perception, He did that knowing that people would be scattered in their faith, their belief systems, all around the world, but we could all come to the same place. From no matter what direction we've been scattered throughout the earth, we can come to find this tree of life. And as we search His Word, we find out that His Word is like healing. His Word is like a tree, planted by the waters, the living waters that flow and give us strength and inner peace. So God is foremost in my life, and I hope He is in yours. But we have community, and we need community to help one another, encourage one another in the stressful times, as well as join us in our rejoicing in the good times. So we need that interaction of relationships in our lives. And I know some people say, "Well, I'm good. I can live a lone wolf lifestyle." But can you fulfill the commandment that's written in the book of Genesis, where it says, "Go and replenish the earth"? Very important. Family is very much part of community, and that's one thing about as we try to see community grow. We've had a society where community just about all been destroyed. It's all now everything on the internet, everything looking at the TV. TV is not reality at all. So we need to go back and return back to the old paths where family could sit on the porch together, neighbors could come by and sit and visit. And that's the kind of life we really need to start focusing on, and bring that back. Bring that back. Go visit people. We got automobiles now, and we hardly ever even go. We could drive a long ways to visit somebody, and we just don't do it. We'd rather just sit at home. So that's a very very sad state of affairs when we do that. But anyway, yeah, we need to be encouraging one another. Uh, a lot of veterans out there uh, from all different branches of government, and a lot of them are alone. A lot of them are homeless, and not just veterans, but everyday people losing their homes. No place to go. Um, we hear about bank failures and landlords walking off and deserting their properties because some people in some areas uh, they haven't paid rent for over 3 years, and landlords cannot sustain their taxes and their expenses to maintain housing for people if they're not getting no rent money at all. So, uh, one thing leads to the other. So we need to start thinking about more about getting together, even if you just have a picnic at the park. Let people know you go have a picnic, and don't just invite your poor and no more. Think about just telling people you're going to be at such and such place, and come by and visit, and I think that'll help. So let's continue to uh, work toward those goals of making connections. Uh, One of my good friends, he has some property, and he invited us to go look at the property and see what we thought. And it was a beautiful location. Uh, it needs some prep, and but it's got a beautiful horse corral, stables on it, and man, it's just beautiful. Got a septic tank on it, a well, and things like that. And I don't know. I hope we can work something out. I'd love to see a campground set up there to begin with, and then continue developing it. At the same time, I understand that if he chooses, uh, if he can sell it, he should sell it. If that's his only option, and I, I appreciate him letting me go look and kind of look it over and see the potential. It's a beautiful farm, full of potential, and if I was financially able, I would definitely have a piece of property like that to develop into a park, so that we could, or a campground, so that we could see more events and things like that going on, building community, one location at a time. That sounds good to me. But nevertheless, we uh, are enjoying our time here, the time that we're allotted from the time we're born to the time we uh, leave this body. So we're going to enjoy it to the fullest. And again, um, I've been experienced depression myself. I know what it is. I don't know anyone that really hasn't experienced depression, but we need to be there for people. You know, like one young man said, he had busted both his feet, broke both his feet, and he said nobody knew it. He didn't tell nobody. He said at one point he thought about uh, riding up to the bluff and jumping off a bluff. But he said on the way up, he was even on the way up, and he got thinking, uh, who am I going to hurt? Just myself, or am I going to hurt other people with my decision to end my life? And I think it's very important for us to learn these lessons now, that if you want to do something to yourself, if you've got loved ones, hey, uh, you're going to hurt them, and that's not good. You should be kind to everyone, even in your distress, even in your pain. You need to think of others and think of what effect that will have on your children and on their children's children and so forth. So think about these things. Depression is a real thing and it's a battle, but we can overcome all things through the God, the Creator, that has formed us and created us and put in us a living soul. This living soul is an eternal being that will never see death. It will never die. So, but the body, it will eventually return back to the dust from where it comes. But we need to think higher thoughts and be encouraged in a world that looks like there's no hope. But initially, remember that God said when He created mankind, He said it was good. So initially, we are good. We have to fight and resist the evil inclination every day. So I'm encourage you to be strong, very courageous, and continue to draw near to your Creator. This is Thomas Bassengale with Appalachian Radio Ministry, Radio Communications. May God bless you and may God save our republic. Thank you very much.